Well, nothing was easy down in the Big Easy for the Giants in Week 5 after dominating most of the first half in this game. Big Blue, they were doomed by turnovers in the second half and fell to the Saints in New Orleans 26-14. Let's talk about it with the sports anchor and sports reporter for New York One, Stephanie Manisero, joins me now. Steph, what's going on? How you doing?
Doing good, Dexter. How are you?
I'm doing well, better than the Giants. And how they do. Listen, most times
That
you
is
go to New Orleans, you feel good, you get some good food down there, but you can't feel good getting back on the plane today.
tough day, especially after handing the Chargers their first loss of the season last week. You turn around, you hand the Saints their first win this week, and I mean literally handed the Saints their first win. Five turnovers in this one, three fumbles, two picks for Jaxson Dart. This was a game the Giants just kept shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, all the penalties, right? This offense is not good enough to play from behind the chains. The Slayton fumble was bad, but the Scatterboo fumble was just an absolute dagger. You're on the 11, right? Driving in the red zone with the chance to take the lead, at least cut into the lead, and suddenly you find yourselves down 12 after that 86-yard fumble return. So you certainly felt that this one, the Giants are missing Malik Neighbors, and unfortunately, that's just gonna be the way they're going to have to play for the rest of the season.
Yeah, you definitely felt that in this one. And I think speaking of feelings, Steph, this felt like a game the Giants had to win. Especially
Yeah.
as you mentioned, they were looking to build off their first win of the season in week 4 over the Chargers. When you look at this, how bad was this loss? And what went wrong, obviously, other than the turnovers for the G men down in New Orleans today?
Yeah, you said it. This was a game that preseason, right? Everyone was kind of talking about how hard the Giants' schedule was. And this was the one game where you're like, okay, we can win that game. We can beat the Saints. And a lot of people had thought maybe wait at least until this week 5 game over the Saints to start your new quarterback, Jaxson Dart. Obviously, they started him a week earlier, but this was definitely a game you need to win. Going to face the Eagles on short rest in Thursday night football. So, yeah, this one there were some positives from Dart. We could talk about that, but all in all, this is just 5 minutes left in this game, and I was like, is it over yet? Like it was just really hard to watch.
I think Giants fans were saying the same thing. It was a really, really rough day for the team overall. But you just mentioned Jaxson Dart, a rough day for the Giants rookie quarterback in his second career start. And we do want to mention that. It is his second career start. Now, he had a fumble. He threw two picks, as you mentioned before. Any concern about his confidence going forward? And is it possible that the Giants made the move to go to him over Russell Wilson too soon?
Jaxson Dart, just from listening to him, everything he said, he sounds like he is a really confident kid. So I hope he doesn't lose confidence. I think when you're a rookie on a team that is 1-4, there's, expectations. And there's certainly a lot of expectations on Jaxson Dart. I personally was disappointed that the Giants kind of did not stick to the plan. They didn't show a whole lot of discipline. They turned to Dart before the calendar even turned to October. But I get it, right? I get the decision. I get all the hype from fans. There's a lot more inspiration in Jaxson Dart than there is from Russell Wilson at this point. So I certainly get the move, especially with Dable kind of coaching for his job. Yeah, moments today, Dart looked really good. There was that 20-yard scramble in good coverage, picked up 20. There's a good quarterback keeper on 3rd and 3 that I thought, he had some bright moments there. Obviously, the fumble was not good untouched, and two picks, one on a 4th down, where you're like, okay, that's as good as a punt. So I don't know. I mean, I hope he certainly doesn't lose his confidence, but I more so, Dexter, hope that he doesn't get hurt, right? He's young.
Yeah, and that's the thing because you want, I think if you're a Giants fan or a Giants organization, you want to see him out there developing as much as he can. It feels like now with the season at 1-4 for the Giants, this is what it's all about. Can you develop Jaxson Dart? Does he look like the franchise quarterback? And Brian Daboll needs that also because he's trying to save his job. But there's a very quick turnaround for the Giants
Yeah.
this week, Steph, as they face the defending champion Eagles on Thursday night. What do the 1-4 Giants have to do in order to right the ship, sort of, and try to pull off this upset on Thursday Night Football?
They're really thin at the receiver spot right now. So I think they're going to have to work on some plays, build some strength there. I think you have a lot more confidence going into that game if you had won today, certainly, right? Saying we have momentum. Look at this new quarterback we have. I worry though with the Eagles losing today that they're going to come back even stronger than had they won today, right? Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley in a primetime game, certainly going to bring everything they've got. So the Giants going to have to pull out all the stops in this one. Again, I feel a lot more confident if you have Malik Neighbors, but you hope they can figure out some options with what they're working with now.
Yeah, you hope they can. A rough time for the Giants down in New Orleans this week in Week 5 as they fall to the Saints, are now 1-4 in the season. As I mentioned, they will be playing the Eagles on Thursday Night Football. So quick turnaround for the Giants to see if they can get their second win of the season. That is Stef Manisero. Check her out on New York One. Great sports anchor, sports reporter. Always good to talk some New York sports with you, my friend. We'll talk soon.
One day we'll talk after a win, Dexter.
I hope so. It's about time. We got to do that. Thank you.